Everyone has an opinion about you, about how you should live your life. None of them knows squat. Welcome to my show, Resetting Your Life. My name is Ned Lips. I'm the author of Reset, a story about Sarah's journey from hell to hero, from fearful to utterly fearless, in a world where everything man-made has been removed from the face of the earth. And First Steps, in which Sarah escapes from her brutal, abusive marriage, narrowly getting away with her life and her two daughters. My third book, Entwined, continues Sarah's journey to trust and to love as she moves the family forward in a world dominated by pure nature. You can find them on Amazon by searching Ned Lips, Nedlips, or through my website, nedlips.com. Your demons, your fears, your history, they are all yours. Only you can let them go. They're in your past. They cannot be undone, but they need not move forward with you into your future. Leave them behind. Go to confession, talk to a special friend, hire a therapist, corner some poor unsuspecting person at a bar who doesn't know you at all, who have no impact on your life, and just bare your soul. Get it out. Cry, rail, rant, scream, pound on someone's chest. But vent. That term is used because you are releasing all of the junk in your life, just as your house vents the bad stuff. Whatever ritual or process works for you, you must free yourself of your past and strengthen yourself against those who mean well but do not understand you, and from those who mean you harm. Your future joy depends on it. I'm sure you've all secured your version of Reset, so turn to page 216 to 17. This takes place a bit later, after last week's excerpt, after Sarah has revealed to Tom everything about her past.
The rain picked up and Tom spoke, his words resonating deep within her, as though mixed with Asha and her mother somehow. Let this rain wash all of that hatred, fear, and guilt away. Let it wash away everything from that past life except you and your girls and how they are right now. Feel it wash you clean and new and free in a new world. She felt Asha smile. It was like a Sandhyo-Pasana ritual that her guru had taught her, a sort of Hindu baptism for purification. She closed her eyes and opened her mouth, drinking the rain. She let the rain wash over her, down her body, and off onto the ground as she controlled her breath and silently recited the Gayatri. She felt the evil darkness flow out of her, mixing with the rain, sinking into the ground. She settled into a low meditative state and let the rain carry away her sins, failures, mistakes, and terrors from her previous life. She could feel the water take the storm's dark side from her soul, pulling it into the earth below.
It is only when she decides to completely release her past, letting it flow symbolically with the water into the ground and out of her, that she is able to free herself from it and from the dark side of the storm spirit that has invaded her soul. Hopefully that hasn't happened to you, but when we battle our pasts, stuffing them deep inside ourselves, it is the same as being invaded by an evil spirit. They haunt you and won't let you go. Sometimes when your past is revealed, you find out how much of it has been a lie. Something you made up to reconcile things that occurred in your past that you couldn't understand. In this scene in First Steps, page 199, Sarah comes to grips with realities of her past with Robert.
The tears flowed again, and she couldn't do anything to stop them. "We were never normal, Mal," she croaked out. "I couldn't make a good family." Mallory guided Sarah's head to her shoulder, and Sarah sobbed. "Cry it out, honey. Just cry it all out." The psychiatrist sat in silence, waiting for Sarah to pull herself together. Sarah lifted her head off Mallory's shoulder, wiped her eyes with her right hand, cleared her throat, and said, for both to hear, "Damn, I really am a head case. Good thing I'm her patient now." The doctor cracked a smile, and Mallory giggled softly. "Mal, I don't think I ever really loved him. I never did. I loved you guys. I loved Mother and Herb and you and all your crazy, wonderful family. I was in love with you, not him. Maybe he knew that. Maybe I drove him away. Maybe I drove him to drink. It's all my fault. Oh my God, Mallory, what have I done? The psychiatrist broke in. Sarah, none of this is your fault.
It's hard to believe a past that has never been yours. You've never followed your path, so it all makes no sense. Seems to have somehow been wrong. So we cover it up. We make up lies to allow us to deal with it. It's only when we reach down deep inside and drag up all of the illusions, clarify them, and begin to see more clearly that we can start to realize that we deserve better. We deserve joy. We deserve to follow our passions. We deserve to find our superpowers and to exploit them. We deserve success. Our past does not dictate our future. In my life, everyone knew what was best for me. Counselors, friends, parents, grandparents, employers, etc. They all meant well. They all applied the conventional rules of life. What are you at least reasonably good at? How can you make some money doing that? Never, what do you love to do? Over the years, I knew that none of it made sense for me. I searched, I changed jobs, pissed off or freaked out wives, screwed up businesses, and have generally been an abject failure, except as a father. Why? Because I could not find joy where I'd been told, assured, that it would be found. I wrote my first unpublished book in the 1980s, and it was so much fun. I have reams of handwritten stories and poems from college, and ever since, I've never stopped writing. My girlfriends seemed to like them. I didn't share them with many people, but I never stopped writing. I'm not sure what I should have been, but I realized in 2016 that what I wanted in my heart of hearts was to be a novelist. And so that is what I became. I hope that you find your passion and turn that into your superpowers, whatever it is. So today on Resetting Your Life, we have a wonderful guest who I have known for a really long time, and one of my very dear friends. Her name is Karen Hoffman. Karen is the president and the founder of a wonderful organization called Gateway to Dreams. She is absolutely passionate about helping people become the best they can be, and she's helped me over the years, and she's wonderful. So without further ado, Karen, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So she's won awards from the Regional Commerce and Growth Association, the Small Business Administration, the E-Women's Network, and a lot of other organizations. She just won a couple recently. What were those, Karen? I know you're being recognized here shortly for some stuff.
Yeah, this next Thursday from the St. Charles County Best of the Best Businesses, and then the week after that with another group that I'm not very familiar with, but they are honoring me for servants leadership. Elation. It's Elation.
Very good. Yeah, that's exciting. So tell us a little about 5 or 6 years ago, you decided to start Gateway to Dreams. So tell us a little bit about what is Gateway to Dreams and why you decided that was an important thing and was part of your passion.
Well, I'm going to make this a very abbreviated version and say that part of the story involves that I felt led to do it. It wasn't something that was on my list as far as I wanted to do it the way it happened, but a friend of mine urged me to do it because she had gone through my Joy of Goals course for many years, actually, I don't know, maybe 10 or 15 years, and she thought I should open a nonprofit, and I already had a name, Gateway to Dreams, because I really do believe in St. Louis, and I believe in dreams. And we ended up in a beautiful space in a mall in our city that at the time was still a booming mall. It was pretty full. And after about a year there, they offered me a bigger space, even more beautiful. And that is where we host our meetings for our nonprofit. It's called the Business Lodge. And we get people in the room together and encourage them to look for the best in everyone and to help one another in dreams and goals. And one of the programs we do is connecting and promoting women. Men are always welcome, but we have speakers and we have an opportunity for every table for people to share dreams, and hopefully people at the table will help them.
So this happens one Wednesday a month. Which Wednesday is that?
It's normally the fourth Wednesday. During the holiday season in November and December, we move it because of Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Right.
But the fourth Wednesday, it's a morning meeting, and it is an opportunity for people to come together. And actually, one of the women that just joined said she walked in the room and she felt home with all the positivity, and that she could be herself. She didn't have to pretend to be anyone else. And it was just like, yes, come and be you.
Yeah. So I attend most of the time and have sponsored it. And I love connecting and promoting women. And even as a guy, I felt comfortable in that room.
Well, that's always wonderful to hear from everyone. And I believe you're a guy that channels a woman, because the books you write, Sarah is a woman. So great place for Ned and Sarah to hang out.
So you've read both of my books, which is very exciting. I know that you
and part of the third. I think I'm on chapter 23 or 25. I don't know how many chapters. It's on my phone. It's a little bit harder for me to read.
Oh.
But I'm partially through your third book.
Wonderful. And I really appreciate that you're doing that. So Karen is reading it before it's published, so she can tell me. This is the book Entwined, which will come out on November 14th. And one of her jobs is to tell me where it's ridiculous. No, I hope it's not.
No. I'm to read it and to share my thoughts.
That's right. So tell me a little bit about I've known you for a really long time, and you are wonderful at connecting people and helping people out. So tell me kind of what is your passion, and how does that manifest in things like Gateway to Dreams and what else you're doing in your life?
I have always had this, from little girl, I liked connecting people, and I liked people. If anybody told me something they wanted to do, I just was interested in trying to help make that happen for them. As I grew up, I did a lot of different things, and at a certain point in my life, I got involved in the barter industry, right. And that was a lot about matching up people for products and services, so I got even better at it. And then when I left that industry, I started doing consulting and coaching, and again, a lot of it came around. Somebody would say something they wanted to do, something they wanted to make happen, and I love to share ideas, information, and introductions.
Right.
When we started Gateway to Dreams, that has put me in a position to really focus on what I love to do, and that's connect people to things, people, resources, so that their dreams can come true. And it's so much fun. It's not about money. Like a lot of times people think their dream requires money, but many times it doesn't. They just need to find, whether it's like right now we've just launched a writing group you'll be speaking to, but people talk about writing a book and they make it seem like it's going to be like a 25-year journey and that they have to have all these things. And what we're saying is just come in, sit down and write. Like we will give them space to start.
One of the things that I love about interacting with you is you are a cut through the red tape person. Don't just do it now, right?
Yeah, I not Meyer-Briggs, but in the Strengths Finder, I'm an activator.
Right.
And so if we're not going to make something happen, please don't waste my time. If you're going to talk about something you want to do maybe someday, maybe not someday, I'm not interested. But if you're saying, this is important to me, I want to make it happen, then I'm like, okay, let's make it happen.
So one of the things that I think would be valuable to our audience, if you are thinking about who you really are, I have found that the organizations and things that Karen leads, Gateway to Dreams, Connecting and Promoting Women, are wonderful at freeing you up to begin to understand what are your passions. How can you grow those? What are your superpowers? What are your dreams? And where will you find joy? And Karen has always been about that. So I really wanted to have Karen on the show really briefly, tell us a little bit about Joy of Goals, which you have done for 1,000 years.
Yeah, Joy of Goals came out of a business experience I had with employees. I owned a small business. I had, 5 or 6 employees, and I am not a natural manager. I am a visionary, and I love to make things happen. Overseeing people and making sure that they do what they say they're going to do is not part of my giftedness. And it was actually in a part of being frustrated with not being good at that I put on a workshop for my employees, and it was to come up with 10 business goals and 10 personal goals. And we did it in December, and it was life-changing, more for me even than them, but for them it was very cool, because when I found out their personal dreams, I started championing them with them. So we had a welfare mom who was part of our team. She was living in a subsidized apartment. The salary she made with my company back then, she was probably making $35,000 to $45,000. I knew she could afford a home. I got a hold of a real estate friend of mine. He helped get her in a home. That was one of her dreams, is to have a home for her kids.
I just love the way, if you get involved with Gateway to Dreams, with Karen Hoffman, with the people that she has around her who are like-minded, you will find that you will have people who are pushing you, guiding you, helping you along your path. Karen, that's all the time we have, and I really, really am so happy that you came on today, and I'm looking forward to the next Connecting and Promoting Women, which I'll be at. And yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And then
thanks for having me.
Yeah, look up gatewaytodreams.org to find out more about that organization. Thank you very much for watching my video podcast, Resetting Your Life. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on the little button and the bell so that you will be notified when the next episode is posted. Tell all your friends, relatives, and countrymen, and share to your social media if you'd be so kind. I'm told I'm supposed to ask all of you to do that for me. I'd love to have you like my Facebook page, Dead Lips Author, to keep up with my blog posts and writing endeavors. You can read the text of my portion of this program and find more at my blog. You can only get the interviews here, though. Sorry about that. You can find all of my books at my Amazon author page. Please follow me by clicking the button. And after you've read any of my books or listened to them on Audible, please post a review. Thank you again, and I wish you a wonderful life as you explore your passions, exploit your superpowers, and find your joy.